I had this massive list of things that need to be there. Otherwise, I cannot ship this. It's not usable. That's what I thought. And then I had 2 weeks to do it. And as soon as I started on it, I realized there's no way I can do all of this. It's just impossible. So what do I cut out? How can I get this one use case that works for one particular niche, right? That still makes it a useful product, and then the rest is coming in the future. And it's going to be also reinforced by the launch, because people will ask, hey, can it also do this or that? And then you can prioritize what to do next, because in your head you think everything has to be there before I launch.
Oh, I
The
remember
deadline
that
just
conversation, and I remember that week. It was Tuesday, and Dan was supposed to launch on Friday, I think so. And it was like, okay, what can I kick out from this list?
Yeah. It was every few days I realized that whatever I chose is still not possible to do. So I was just cutting and minimizing things, and that's such a good exercise. And if you think I'm just going to do it when it's ready, and it's ready when I have all of these things, you might never launch that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you might spend time on things that really are not that important, or you might miss some things that are really important because you never launched and never got to talk to users that will tell you, hey, this is really important to me. This is what would make the product
I have a
good.
cute little story if you want to hear. There
I
is
would love a cute
nothing
story.
there is nothing better for me when someone launch a product that is not like ready, and then we test the product and there's bugs and this doesn't work, but you understand the idea and potential of the product. And then month or 2 months after, you see the same person launching the product, and then you try the product, and then there is this totally different feel. The bug that was there before, it's not now. So there is even more excitement into that. So what I'm trying to say is that you can launch as many times you want.
Yeah.
And as many times people will still be excited. You can share like what you fixed from the previous version, what you have added, there, and then you are showing like how much you're learning, how much you want to make this work, how much you care about the customers and people testing this product. So don't be scared or don't like overthink. I launched Clue for the product hunt, and the AI, which was the core of the platform for the launch itself, didn't work.
How good did you feel about that? Were you confident?
I was crying in the morning when I learned that. It's scary, it's not easy thing to realize on your launch
Yeah.
day that the core of the platform doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh shit, what do you do now? Nothing. You launch it and then you get the feedback and people a little bit complain, and the next time you do it better.
And you get their email.
And you get their emails, yes. There's always something. There's always something. I think building products is the most beautiful thing on the planet. I think every single person should experience this at least once.
That's the inspirational part. And then I think that's sitting on this app and not launching it is a shame, because you're missing out on that launch day excitement. And launching a thing, it depends where you are at what stage. I think as a solo maker, this takes a while until launches really have an impact. And I think that's why a lot of people do a few of them or many of them, or Mark Liu did 24 of them, 25 now, I think, right? And with
Exactly.
each one, they get a bit better. But even I remember my first launch, and this is why you should do it as well. I had, I don't know, 200, 300 followers. So essentially I didn't exist. And I launched on Product Hunt because that's the only thing I knew. And I launched a tool that got the 13th place. So not even top 10.
Wow.
And I got some feedback. I got a bunch of visits. I launched on Reddit as well the same day. And it was one of the best days of my life. Like, I couldn't believe, because I went from no one knows about this, no one knows who I am, to a bunch of random people saying, this is pretty cool. I'm going to use it. And then because there was some value in the product, it got a little bit viral on Reddit. So it got thousands of views, and I was watching this chart with the things going up, and I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. I couldn't sleep for days. On the 13th place with 200 followers, you know? So you're missing out on this. And it only got better and better, you know? And I think the next one was a bit better, and then I got the first place also on Product Hunt. And that, I think I got addicted to it in the end, because it was just, okay, I'm doing this because you get all these dopamine hits, all the comments and all the feedback. And I think at some point you also have to decide if that is a good platform for your product, right? But
Yeah.
in the beginning, it doesn't matter. In the beginning, anything feels good, because you go from nothing to some sort of recognition. And I think that's why you should do it, even if the product's not ready, even if it's a small product, even if it's a small tool around the product. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I did. It was a small tool around the product because I thought the product's not ready. Same thing, same thing in my head that stopped me and that stops everyone else, and it shouldn't.